Kellogg and Greg Anthony. Taking a look at Chicago. Guys, win after win, they have been utterly dominant in the postseason. One sweep after another.
And while I expect them to win this game and potentially win big, this is a team that really plays well.
See if they can capitalize. I mean, that's for is to have the advantage of game one in your building. I'm with you there. I think you got to give them the early nod as favorites.
Here are the starters for Milwaukee. The dynamite pair of Antetokounmpo and Carter at forward, and it's Warwick in at the center position. Now here's Freak. Takes it from 10. Good on the jump shot. Freak's got his second basket of the game.
And really smart to draw his man out to the perimeter. He's giving up too much size to be effective inside.
Showed nice basketball. And doesn't that'll be hard to block no matter who's defending.
And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
And really, he epitomizes what a point guard should be. I mean, his skill as a passer might actually be matched by that creativity he shows around the rim.
Well, judging by that jam, Greg, I'd say you're absolutely right.
Boy, that's a nice surge for them just when they need it in a game that was so tight.
And so he makes both from the line. For Chicago, they've gotten their first 3 shots to go in for him to start off this game. And there's a nice one-handed slam.
You're kidding me. I mean, that's a point guard playing like a power forward.
And he can do a little bit of everything out there.
Yeah, he torches defenders in all kinds of ways. When he's on the floor, he's a matchup headache.
That's another miss. Already they've missed 3 out of 4 to start. And a little bit of showmanship there as he increases the lead.
Oh, I like that. That's got to be, though, a tough pill for the defense to swallow.
Well, he's a guy that you know can hurt you with his passing, and right there, he does some damage with his finishing, too.
And the jam by Warwick.
Forget about finesse and agility. This big fella's all about power and force.
The Bulls have gotten all 5 of their shots to go down in the first quarter. Terrific start. Brunson. It's rebounded by Warwick.
Not pretty. You just got to shake off a miss like that.
Antetokounmpo with the ball. And Batum picks him up defensively. Warwick the pass to Baldwin. Here's the screen. 5 on the clock. No good. So the Bulls will take it the other way. Here's Brunson. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. Freak's got 12.
Wow, unconscious has he been this quarter. They're riding that hot hand.
Baldwin the pass to Antetokounmpo. Shoots from 14. No basket with that shot. Having trouble finding his range. He's 1 for 5.
Well, not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
Bucks trail by 5. And let's get this update now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the sideline.
Thanks, Kevin. I caught up with the Bucs head coach. We talked about the importance of stealing a game on the road, and Coach said they want to come out and set the tone early in this game. He said, quote, if we can come out and take this first game, all of a sudden we're in control of the series.
All right, Doris. Here's Baldwin. No good on the three.
He's going to play his way right onto the bench and out of the game if he continues to shoot it like he has so far in this quarter.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head.
Into the Bulls, shooting 47% from the floor, getting it done. That gives them the lead. 14 points for Freak.
Really aggressive play there, taking it to the rack against the big fella.
Greg, aggressiveness is really the only option when you're on the wrong side of the size equation.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. Setting the floor for the Bucks. Michael Kidd-Gilchrist out there with Portis. Then it's Brooks, and it's Battle in at the 5.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
I tell you, we're taking a look at some real deficiencies defensively. I mean, they've given up 5 straight good looks in the paint.
Off the mark, and he's 2 of 8 for the game. Chicago leading, out of bounds. Milwaukee takes possession. Let's take this chance now to show you the list of the postseason scoring leaders. Freak, number 1. And the Bucks making a change here. Warwick's checked in. Bucks shooting a low 30% right now. An ugly offensive performance. Here's the floater. The shot is off.
And fancy finishes like that look great, but man, it's embarrassing when you blow them. Outstanding pass in transition there for the easy deuce.
Bucks trail by 3. Here's Baldwin. It's blocked. They retain possession. The feed to Kidd-Gilchrist. We're closing in on 2 minutes played here in the second quarter. Nice shot by Portis.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
Here's Brunson, and fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2.
Wow, this game just a commanding performance for Freak. He has 18 points and a block.
And how about this, guys? He's actually scored more than half their points by himself.
And at some point, guys, you would think that the defense would make an adjustment. They'd throw something else at him because what they're doing right now has not been working.
The Bulls making a switch here. Batum's checked in. In transition, here come the Bulls. And Freak throws it down.
And guys, that's a big swing right there. I mean, taking the steal and then turning it into 2 easy points on the dunk.
No telling how important that sequence could turn out to be.
And guys, in a game this snug, moments like that are the ones we usually look back on at the end as a difference maker.
Here's Baldwin. Some solid defense from Freak.
You know what? He's just stone cold right now. Really not sure if he's their best option offensively as they try to get back in this game.
It's rebounded by Warwick.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Feeds to Kidd-Gilchrist. And it's good off the back rim and in. Kidd-Gilchrist has got 8 points.
That's a clean look they gave him there, fellas, and he drains those.
Here's Brunson. About 3 minutes played so far in the second quarter. That's good.
Not the biggest fan of that shot, but he had the space to get it off, so why not?
Bucks trail by 6.
Patience.
A moment to check in with
Making early threes is leading
Well,
to
over
long
the break, I
rebounds.
listened in on what the head coach from Milwaukee was getting
Make the
across in their
defense
huddle.
move.
He told
That's a
Kidd-Gilchrist
good
that he
shot.
wants their offense
Great
to run
shot.
through him.
Let the game
Coach
come to
is
you.
calling on him to play a big role in the offense for the rest of this game, to really be one of the key guys for them down the stretch. He also wants them to concentrate on working as a team at the offensive end. Passing, patience, and teamwork. Those were the messages.
First things first, how about the job we've done in the paint offensively? It was men against boys now.
And we welcome you back to our presentation of Game 1. You look at Freak in this game, he has been everywhere.
And you know, when the game is as important as this one, you expect to get a big performance from him. In that first half, he delivered.
And Greg, here in the second, the stakes are raised even higher. So he's going to have to continue to give them someone to lean on.
The Bucks have made 5 of 8 of their free throw attempts. That one misses. Chicago leading by 7. And for the Bucks, the dynamite pair of Undertaker and Parker at forward, and it's Warwick in at the center. Bulls shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game. The first free throw is good.
Yo, fellas, let's tighten up, all right? Let's get a stop on this one.
Good on both.
There's not a lot you can say that hasn't been said before about his skill at the charity stripe.
Bucks trail by 9, and for Chicago, the dish to Parker. To the inside, Baldwin. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Parker. Parker's got his 3rd assist on the night. The Bulls shooting with confidence, 50% from the field so far. Now here's Freak. Tight defense on him. Fires at the elbow. Milwaukee with the rebound.
Well, I think he kind of alligator armed that one. Short stroke. After doing a nice job to get open, he didn't finish the shot.
Shot is off.
It's been a real difficult game for him offensively, and it's costing.
And Batum kicks to Freak. Milwaukee with the rebound. Warwick's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Here's Baldwin. Nice D from Freak.
Boy, he shredded the D with the patented crossover, but just couldn't convert.
But they'll get another chance. From deep. And he gets the bucket. Freak's got 5 points in the quarter.
This guy will really make you pay if you leave him enough room outside.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've had a number of empty ones, a long time without a basket.
They got to find something to run. And he gets it to go. That's
just run of the mill for him. A typical day at the office. He's one of the more skilled offensive players out there.
Antetokounmpo pulls it in.
And although he doesn't quite get the block, he does get the missed field goal attempt because of his ability to alter the shot.
Well, almost as effective as a block. I mean, made him completely change his release point, and I think that caused the miss.
The Bulls leading by 8. Here's Brunson. And the 3 off target. For Milwaukee, they've gone 2 of 6 from the field here in the third. Takes the 3, and he gets it to go. He has 5.
You know, there's no better sign of how efficiently a team is operating than their assist numbers. And theirs are fantastic.
Just beautiful when they play the game like this.
Right now, the defense needs to do a better job of closing out on this guy. He's heating up from outside.
Here's Baldwin. Soft touch off the glass. And now we're 3 minutes into the third quarter of play. Here's Brunson. Battles through traffic and lays it in. Freak's got 10 points in just the second half.
His shooting has been outstanding. Definitely one of the reasons they're up in this game.
Here's Baldwin. That's tipped. Here's Freak. He has 35. The shot's good on the assist by Butler. And that's 38 points for Freak.
Strong work for him at the offensive end, helping them to maintain that lead.
I think Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
Kevin, I got a chance to hear what head coach of the Bucks said to his team. He told Kid Gilchrist that he wants their offense to run through him. Coach is looking for big things from him throughout the rest of this game on the offensive end. A lot of the scoring burden will fall on him. He said also that their offense needs to be a patient one. He told them, don't rush things. Use as much of that shot clock as you need to. Well, they need to make something happen before the start of the fourth quarter, and maybe those changes will do the trick, Kevin.
Thanks a lot, Doris. And stolen by Freak. They're running. Launches the 3. Another 3 for Chicago.
Man, the triples keep falling, guys. That's 3 in a row.
I think they're playing too soft on the perimeter. They can't stay so soft. They've got to get up into the shooters here.
And the foul called on Freak. That is his first foul of the game. 1:58 left in the third. Right side, Kid Gilchrist. Here's Meekins. It's deflected, and they'll keep possession. And here we go. Fast break. Freak's got it. And now let's give you a look at the players who have stood out at taking high percentage shots in the playoffs. Freak, number 1. And a look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for Chicago.
You know, with their fast break operating so efficiently, I mean, you can see why they've gone with it throughout the game.
And also, guys, they take a lot of pride in their ability to rebound the basketball, especially on the offensive end.
From beyond the arc and then some. Freak's got 49 points in the game.
It just seems like the more he touches it, the more the lead grows.
And stolen by Freak. Oh, and a fast break for the Bulls. They get it back. Here's Morrison right here with the seeing from this young man tonight. It definitely calls to mind the 63-point performance from the great Michael Jordan.
You know, and to compare the game he's having to that game in 1986 is saying something, because a lot of people think Michael Jordan's performance that night was the greatest game ever played. I mean, it would be hard to argue with that. Those 63 points came against a Celtics dynasty at the peak of its powers during their run to a third NBA title. Remember, after the game, Larry Bird said he's God disguised as Michael Jordan. .11
left in the third quarter. Pass to Portis. Kicks to Kid Gilchrist. 6 to shoot. There's the screen. To stop the run. Gets it to drop, and now he's shooting at a 5 for 8 clip.
Well, he certainly isn't the one to blame for them being in the hole. He's been on the money with his game.
And a wide-open look for Freak. It's good from long range. Freak's got 52 points.
Add another triple to their second half total.
They came out of the break just dropping bombs and just not letting up at all.
And, yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim. The Bulls leading by 23. From the arc. Can't hit. Bucks have gone 6 of 14 since halftime. A little cold from the field. And stolen by Freak. 4 on 3 as they bring it up. From deep. An absolute bomb from three-point range. Freak's got 55.
And how about the last 5 made shots have all been threes? The defense is just giving up a barrage.
Most teams get the message to cover shooters after 1 or 2 wide-open looks at the three-point shot. But it seems like they have just not figured it out.
Got it off in time, but it's no good. Welcome back to our coverage of the NBA Eastern Conference Final as we get things started once again. And Milwaukee, looking at who they've got, hits the three-point bomb. Freak's got 58.
Not shy from outside. There's no doubt about that. Spreading the floor and getting them up.
Love the mentality there, I tell you. I know I've never coached, but, man, playing to win and being aggressive even with the lead as opposed to being safe and going into prevent offense, I'll take the former all day long. Play to win.
Takes a 3. It's rebounded by Portis. Portis has got 3 rebounds now in this one. Here's Meekins. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Chicago has gone 1 of 2.
That's how he makes his presence felt.
And we see him do it time and again. He is a special talent.
Hey, guys, as important as it is to go out and compete, let's not forget the entertainment element of this game. What an unreal finisher.
And the highlight reel replay brought to you by Kia. Good stuff on that Kia Slam Cam. Smith checked in for Chicago. Here's Brunson. Off target with his 3. Milwaukee has gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory. It's stolen by Smith. And here's Freak. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time. 62 points for Freak.
He's doing it all for them right now on the offensive side. No matter what the defense has done, they haven't been able to find an answer to stop him, and he's had an answer for every defense he's seen.
Lee takes it into the teeth of the D and converts the layup.
Really strong rebounding on the interior, and he gets the easy putback.
Here's Brunson. Off target from three-point range. For Milwaukee, they've gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. From about 19 feet, and that one's good.
What a competitor, Kevin. He's been looking for a shot all game long, and he's really shouldered the load for them offensively.
On the wing, Bryant pulls it from 20. Got a hand on it, and it's out of bounds to the Bucks as Milwaukee retains possession.
Out of bounds. Bucks ball.
It's out of bounds. They are saying it was last touch by Lee.
Boy, did they ever make a mess out of that one. A terrible turnover.
Jabari Parker's checked in for Portis. The Bulls have gone 4 of 8 in this fourth quarter, shooting an even 50% from the field. Here's Brunson. Misses the 3. And Clark, they've been a little too casual with the ball out there.
Yeah, I think so. Too cool. I mean, just not forceful enough, not alert or aggressive enough, and sometimes trying to do too much with the basketball.
Yeah, but you can't force that square peg into the round hole. Oftentimes, you just got to make that first simple pass and get a rhythm from that.
Here's Stephen. Rebound by Smith. Chicago has gone into a funk from downtown in the fourth. Only one of their 5 three-pointers has found the bottom of the bucket. Bryant gets a wide open look. Milwaukee, no good that time either. The Bulls shooting the pedestrian 36% in the fourth quarter. The offense not doing their best work of late. Tries to keep it alive. And it's Freak missing.
Kevin, he's missing shot after shot after shot from long range. With time running low, he'd be better off trying something else.
And I love the way he uses his size there to make sure he gets that board.
Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time. Smith's got his 4th assist in this one. The 3 from Bryant. Again, the miss by Bryant.
Oh, boy, I tell you what, they don't get much uglier than the quarter he's having.
Yeah, and it's not showing any signs, Greg, of turning around here soon. I mean, his touch is basically gone AWOL.
Both teams will make substitutions. Pass to Parker. And out of bounds as Chicago gains possession. Portis, he's checked in for the Bucks.
Into the lineup for the Bucks.
Now the Bulls with it. They've only given up 5 points here in the fourth quarter. Here's Brunson. Good on the three-point shot.
And you know what? This guy is just a natural-born scorer.
Brooks outside. To the paint. Looking to end the drought. And off the left side of the rim. And it swirls in for him.
Purely from...
Freak throws it down.
It's hard to believe that he's a point guard. I mean, he can power those dunks down as well as any big man in the league.
If not better. He's a phenomenal finisher.
Enjoy seeing that kind of bounce out of that spot on the floor. Well, it's hard to believe that we're at this point in the game and he still hasn't registered a single point.
It's not winning basketball when you're attempting shots like that.
Yeah, come on now. You got to remember it's a team game. He's got 4 teammates out there with him. I don't think he needs to try to do it all by himself like that.
For Chicago, they've gone 7 of 16 from the field here in the fourth. That's about 33%.
And if ever there were a way to kick off the NBA Conference Finals, this is it. Going to be a table-setting victory here in Game 1 for Chicago.
Agreed, Steve, and as one-sided as it gets today. You know, Clark, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
You're right, Kevin. It's hard to think of anything that didn't go right for them. I mean, game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was spot on.
A fantastic show. And what an amazing all-around game it was for Freak. He was doing everything right, and the points came in bunches. Definitely had the hot heat.
And stolen by Freak. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
Well, if it wasn't out of reach, it is now, thanks to that last little spurt.
And why put the brakes on now? I just say keep on letting it fly.
And here we go, Freak heading to the hoop. For the 3. Rebound, Milwaukee. 19 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Pass to Portis. Tries from 10. And he gets that one to go off the front iron.
The offense has clearly kicked into gear. The question, though, is it just a little too late?
Yeah, I think it may be, Greg. At least they're finally showing some signs of life offensively. Too bad. I think it's past the point where it'll do much good.
And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it 3.
And you can sense the fact that they didn't want to let the fans down here. It's been a fun night to be in the building.
Greg, it really has been. I mean, such a lively, vibrant atmosphere, and no doubt that played a part in the big win.
And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. A pretty good feeling right now for them to be out in front like this in the series.
You know, Kevin, momentum so critical, and you know they'll want to ride this wave into Game 2.
And so this one is in the books. We hope you've enjoyed being with us for the Eastern Conference Finals. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for tuning in. Now we'll head over to the award-winning Ernie Johnson, who's not too far away. EJ? the 2K Sports postgame show.
Hi again, everybody. This is Ernie Johnson, joined by Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Time now to present our Jordan Player of the Game. Freak. An absolutely astounding and historic night for him here in this game. He was simply unstoppable in what can only be described as a masterful performance. And how'd you feel about his performance, Shaq?
Starting out the series, this is a huge win to go up 1-0. He gave them the energy and effort they needed. Huge performance. And what a time to do it. If he can keep up this effort, Ernie, boy, oh boy, oh boy.
He flat out dominated. I mean, you see the kind of plays he was making all over the court. This is a game, no matter who they put on him, he wasn't going to be denied. His offensive power was in full effect.
And that's a wrap. For Shaq, Kenny the Jet, Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, I'm Ernie Johnson. We'll see you for more of the NBA Conference Finals as the series continues. Good night, everybody.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Finals continue on 2K Sports, and we're glad you're with us. Ernie Johnson with the Big Diesel, Shaquille O'Neal, and the Jet, Kenny Smith. Tonight, we'll be watching the Milwaukee Bucks playing against the Chicago Bulls. Looking at the Bulls, they've appeared to be invincible thus far in the playoffs, having yet to lose a single game. We'll see if they can continue that winning streak tonight. And after winning Game 1, they've got another chance tonight on their home floor to maintain that home court advantage. Kenny, what does their mentality have to be tonight?
Well, they can't get overconfident. They can't have that feeling that I have right now. I just feel that I know what's going to happen. I'm a little overconfident.
You're overconfident?
Yeah.
Overconfident about what?
Because they're higher speed. They've got to...
It's a lovely night here in Chicago as we see an aerial view of Grant Park, Millennium Park, and gorgeous downtown Chicago. We've got a capacity crowd here at the United Center. Hi again. Thanks for joining us for this edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. Well, it was a great Game 1 of the Eastern Conference Finals. Now, Game 2, just about ready to tip off. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg alongside. And our sideline reporter tonight is Doris Burke. You look at Chicago. A successful outing in Game 1 has them right where they want to be with a chance here, guys, to take Game 2 on their home court.
History tells us when you can win the first 2 games of a series, it's not 100% certain, but you give yourself a pretty decisive edge in the series.
Yeah, they'll take control with the win here, no doubt about that. So if you're the road team, it's even more critical to get this first one to survive in the series. Lose 2 in a row, and they'll go home with their backs clearly against the wall.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's check out who's on the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. And Milwaukee, looking at who they've got, the dynamite pair of Undertaker and Parker at forward, and it's Baldwin in at the point.
And even though he missed that, you have to take those shots when you get the opportunity.
Exactly. They don't come much better or easier than that.
Bulls have gone 2 or 3 here to start off the game. Out of bounds, Milwaukee takes possession.
I tell you what, that's just a major unforced error right there, guys. My goodness.
Parker left side. And it's Chicago with the rebound. They easily took Thursday's game.
How about the energy level defensively in that game? I mean, they made finding an open shot a very difficult task for their opponents.
And it wasn't just in the half court. I mean, I thought they were excellent in transition defense as well. They didn't give up any easy baskets because they always had good floor balance and got back after the miss.
And Freak throws it down.
And a little bit of showmanship there as he increases the lead.
Oh, I like that. That's got to be, though, a tough pill for the defense to swallow.
Well, he's a guy that you know can hurt you with his passing. And right there, he does some damage with his finishing, too.
Great D that time from Batum.
And they're 1 of 5 to start this game. Just really haven't gotten into a flow offensively.
And it's Freak missing.
Jeez, maybe he was trying to show off or something right there.
Is that what you think?
Absolutely.
Instead, it had the opposite effect. He looked foolish.
And it goes out of bounds. That one off Butler. Here's a look at the 2K leaderboard with the list of the best shooters during the postseason. Freak, number 1. Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. To the wing on the left. Here's Baldwin. Milwaukee, no good that time either.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
Here's Brunson. And it hung on the rim, but wouldn't fall for him. Bucks trail by 5. Here's Fortson. Buries the long-range jumper.
Perfect screen there. Set him up with a terrific look.
Yeah, I like the fact that the setup was good, the screen was solid, but you also have to look at the fact that the defender didn't do his job as well as he could have.
As hot as he's been this quarter, the game plan is simple, folks. Get him the ball and get out of the way.
Possession. to the Bucks as Milwaukee retains possession. Kid Gilchrist, he's checked in for Parker. Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Here's Antetokounmpo. Milwaukee, no good that time either. The Bulls leading by 5. Here's Brunson. Another 3 for Chicago.
And really, he came into the game with that long-range shot looking great. Boy, he could wind up with a crazy number of threes today.
Milwaukee with the ball. They get a hand on it, and stolen by Freak. Fast break, here comes Chicago. Pull-up jumper, and a little luck that time, but it drops. Freak's got 15 points. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the Bulls.
Boy, they've really amped up the pressure at the defensive end, guys, and have piled up the steals in the early going.
And also, how about the fact defensively, they're getting that backboard and getting out of position, especially in this first half.
.157 left in the first. Feeds to Kid Gilchrist to end the run, and he hits the jump shot.
Effective screen set there for the jump shot. That was the key to the play.
Here's Brunson. Got a piece of it, and they'll keep possession. Here's Bender. Another 3 for Chicago.
Tell you what, they haven't wasted any time getting into the swing of things on the boards.
And even this early, that's a good omen for the rest of the game.
And the Bucks with possession here. They trail by 11.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Beyond the arc. And it's Freak missing. Bucks shooting a mere 25% from the floor in this first quarter. Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation. .109 left to play in the first quarter. Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
I had a chance to talk with the head coach for Milwaukee. I asked him how his team's mindset was after that opening loss. He told me, we're not down. Our goal is to come in here and take one of the first 2 on the road. So we're still in a position to accomplish what we set out for. Guys?
Thanks, Doris. The Bulls leading by 11. A 3. It's rebounded by Warwick. Now here's Brooks. He's tightly guarded. Pulls up on the elbow. Brooks can't get that one to fall. For Chicago, they've gone an even 50% from the field. They are 7 of 14 for the game.
These defenders are putting up very little resistance to the three-point shot.
And it's killing them. 4 of the last 5 makes coming from long range.
And stolen by Freak. Oh, and a fast break for the Bulls. Pulls up for 3. And the Bulls, another 3.
Already seizing control of this game.
Total control, Greg, and as well as they're playing at both ends, I look for this lead to get even larger.
And out of bounds as the Bulls gain possession.
No clue where that passed.
Swap here for Milwaukee. Chicago's gone 6 of 11 when they've taken a 3-point shot tonight. Very respectable on the court for the Bucks. The dynamite pair of Antetokounmpo and Parker at forward, and it's Battle in at the center position. Milwaukee on D. Here's Brunson. Trains it from beyond the arc. Freak's got 24 points.
Out of their last 5 makes, how about all 5 from long range?
Well, the defense just hasn't pressed up to deny any of those looks, guys. I mean, they're hanging back and getting picked apart.
Wow, got that one off right in the face of the big fella. Nice quick-fire release.
Yeah, and the mid-range shot really the only option in that situation. Sometimes when you're facing a bigger guy, you can't get it all the way to the rim.
His hard work on the backboard really just has given them more opportunities to score.
The Bulls shooting their first foul shot of the night. For Milwaukee, they've gone 2 of 5 from the field here in the second quarter, shooting 40%. They double in with Freak. Here's Baldwin. The shot misses. And it's Chicago the other way.
And not a nice. Oh, wow.
Beautiful jam.
Wow, that's a really smooth finish.
That's why we and they always love seeing him at the end of those breaks. He makes it look fun and easy.
Special thanks to Kia for that sweet Kia Slam Cam replay. It's blocked. And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Here's Milwaukee now. Clark, they've been looking out of sync offensively.
You know what? A basket here would do a lot for their confidence.
Hits it from three-point range. He has 7.
After going scoreless in the first, he's really found a way to turn it on here in the second quarter.
Here's the 3. That's good. And it's 29 points for Freak.
This defense is giving their shooters free rein to operate from behind the arc.
And when you allow shooters to get in a rhythm, then you're going to have problems because they can hit it even when you start to defend it with intensity.
The Bucks shooting their first free throws of this game. And the first one at the line is good. Archie Goodwin, he's checked in for Nicholas Batum. Both good from the line that time. Chicago's gone 2 for 5 from three-point land since the end of the first. Beyond the arc. And it's Freak missing. For Milwaukee, they've gone just 33% from the field in what's been a cold second quarter for them. Just 3 of 9. Here's Battle. Rebound by the Bulls.
Well, the effort was there, but he just couldn't quite fight his way through traffic.
Here's Brunson. Drills the three-pointer. Freak's got 11 points in the quarter.
There's 6 points on consecutive 3 balls. They're finding holes in this defense.
Yeah, no doubt the defense had better play a little tighter.
And the Bucks with possession here. Here's Parker. And no good. Trying to use the glass. The Bulls have gone 7 of 11 from the field in the second quarter. Fires from the corner. Antetokounmpo pulls it in.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
Let's go to our sideline reporter, Doris Burke. Doris, what do you have?
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Bucks played just phenomenally. He ended with an amazing number of points, and he got there with his usual way. Just an impressive barrage of threes. It was a performance for the ages, and one that will have the whole league talking.
All right, Doris, thank you. He played at a level that very few players are capable of playing.
And you know, I'll be interested to see how much he's got left in the tank. I mean, that performance had to take a lot out of him.
Yeah, but you know what? Sometimes supreme confidence can increase your stamina and endurance. So I'll be interested to see how that affects his play.
These players can flat out shoot the rock. The 2K leaderboard shows us the top 3-point shooters in the playoffs. 5th on the list, Freak. Bulls making a switch here. Lyles checked in, and the Bucks with some changes. .132 left now here in the second. And the officials call a traveling violation.
Yeah, big blunder there, and that could really cost him.
Yeah, and the timing of it was bad, too. I mean, they're trying to cut down and cut into the lead. Just a tough, bad break there.
And it's Freak missing. Milwaukee's gone 1 of 2 on three-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Here's Meekins. Got a hand on it. And here we go. Freak heading to the hoop. Throws down the breakaway jam.
And that's really the change in our game. It's the overall athletic ability. I love those point guards that can throw it down.
Well, you've talked about that. That's a dose of the modern NBA, Greg. That kind of aerial ability isn't limited now. So as we conclude the first 10. Welcome back to our coverage of the NBA Eastern Conference Final as we get things started once again. You look at Freak in this game, he has been everywhere.
And the threes, they just dropped for him consistently. He was in a zone in that first half.
I'll say, I mean, this couldn't have been a more productive day for him from long range so far.
And for Milwaukee, the dynamite pair of Antetokounmpo and Parker at forward, and it's Battle in at the 5.
He has really punished these defenders today. No matter who's been on him, he's been giving them medicine.
Baldwin. And good. He got the English that time as it falls. 11 points in the game. The Bulls shooting so well, 63%. The offense working as one cohesive unit. And it's Freak missing.
That's terrific defense right there.
To Antetokounmpo. And it's Chicago with the rebound. Here's Freak. He's got 39.
That's how he makes his presence felt.
And we see him do it time and again. He is a special talent.
And guys, as important as it is to go out and compete, let's not forget the entertainment element of this game. What an unreal finisher.
Oh, that was a great angle we just saw, courtesy of Kia. Parker, right side. Just 5 to shoot.
You know, he's been off his game this quarter just a bit. Hasn't been able to get a whole lot to go so far.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And really a reflection of their superior effort level to this point. It seems to me they've gone after this win a little bit more.
And the Bucks miss again.
Well, he's building a house with those bricks. I mean, one reason is he keeps trying to force it up when he's defended well. Move the ball, share the sugar.
And the big lead becomes bigger. They are playing with purpose here tonight, guys.
And they're doing it at both ends of the floor. I mean, that's what you like to see. They've been controlling the action from both ends of the court.
And boy, has he been struggling big time here in the quarter.
Yeah, he's played tight. I mean, you can see it. No flow at all to his game right now.
And it's Freak missing.
I'll tell you what, for what's really an elementary shot, he looked a little nervous on that release.
Parker drives in, laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Parker's got 6.
He presents a defender with a serious challenge, always.
Here's Brunson. Can't get it to go. The Bucks go the other way with it. Outside, Antetokounmpo. They double in with Freak. Here's Battle. Chicago grabs the miss. Miles got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. And Freak throws it down.
Such a strong finisher for a floor general.
He was up high, and he came down hard. Exquisitely done.
That's the uncanny ability he has to find a teammate for an easy basket or get one himself.
To the middle, here's Battle. Gets to the rim for 2 with the D all over him.
Give credit where credit is due right there. A terrific assist.
Here's Brunson.
And you can see he just didn't get squared up with his feet.
Greg, those are always tough to judge, but I think the official got that one right.
Archie Goodwin, he's checked in for Chicago. Third quarter of basketball here, and just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
When you're hot, you're hot, and that's certainly been the case for Freak. He has 47 points and just an amazing performance from downtown.
He is pouring it in from 3, guys. You know how much I love to see guys knocking down buckets.
Here's Meekins. Here's Warwick. And that one is good with the extra effort on the glass.
Almost an impossible shot to block in the post. The defender can't give up that much of a height advantage and expect to contest it. Wow, unconscious has he been this quarter. They're riding that hot hand.
Down low. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. The Bucks have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2. The Bulls shooting impressively throughout at 62%. Brunson, he's in at the point. He's out there with good. And it's Townsend in at the 5 spot. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Bulls.
You know, I thought maybe they'd cool off a bit at halftime, but they've continued to bury the jump shot.
They've repeatedly gotten out on the break tonight as well and scored a lot of baskets in transition.
On defense, the Bulls. Undertaker916406's. And he gets it to go. That's now 8 points for Parker.
Nice work on the inside. Hard to get that one up and over the big fella.
Well, it's not supposed to be easy down there, and a little artistry on the inside helped him make it happen.
It's hauled in by Goodwin. The Bulls have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. Here's Brunson. Will not go. This is off the front iron. The Bucks shooting just 29% in this game. They are not a pretty sight out there offensively.
I'll tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and one.
First one falls for him. And he makes both free throws. And we're around 2 minutes into the fourth quarter here. And he slams it one-handed.
You got to be kidding me. I mean, that's a point guard playing like a power forward.
And he can do a little bit of everything out there.
Yeah, he torches defenders in all kinds of ways. When he's on the floor, he's a matchup headache.
Undertaker916406's takes it off the glass.
And their solid play in the paint continues, guys.
And that's been their focus, it seems, throughout the game. I like the discipline that they've showed in terms of creating those opportunities on the inside. And you know what? This guy is just a natural-born scorer.
Bucks have gone 3 of 5 here in the fourth quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. Lee goes in. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
No question about it, Greg. I mean, a ton of contact and a good call by the officials.
Bulls making a switch here. Batum's checked in.
Boy, they came out of the locker room at halftime with a much more physical disposition than they had in the first half.
And that helps, Clark. They've gotten extra trips to the foul line, and they need that to continue if they're going to get back in this game.
And stolen by Freak. And here we go. Freak heading to the hoop. Oh! He has a highlight reel unto himself, guys.
Yeah,
wow.
That could very well be a contender for Duke of the Year and perhaps might make its way all over the internet.
I'll tell you what, that is the crowd pleaser of all crowd pleasers.
Batum against Antetokounmpo. Down low, here's Stephen, and the shot is good.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Dime-dropping delights is what I call it.
That is a nice pass. I will give you that one.
Yeah, he was on the money, that's no doubt. Portis, he's checked in for Parker. Freak kicks to Batum. Now here's Freak. He's guarded closely. Lee with the block. And out of bounds is Chicago gains possession.
And really just a lack of awareness on his part. Just no idea he was right near the line.
And the Bucks with some changes. Warwick's checked in, and Brooks subbed in for Antetokounmpo. Wasted no time on that one. 64 points for Freak.
The defense has just been unable to slow him down. Wow, what a game.
And the foul called on Freak. And that'll be his third foul so far. So it's both teams making substitutions here. Meekins, defended by Batum. The 3 from Bryant. Offensive rebound. Inside, here's Brooks. That's good, and it's Bryant with the assist.
Well, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
Here's Brunson. That's good.
He's been one of their more reliable options today, guys. I mean, his shooting has led them to this lead.
For Milwaukee, they've gone 5 of 8 shooting as we've come down the home stretch in this final quarter. And Brooks gets it to go.
How can you stop that? With a crossover that quick, that lightning quick, a defender has to be almost superhuman to stay in front of that.
And he gets it again. Shot good from Freak.
And that's just about going to wrap it up for game number 2. Lots of exciting moments out there. Big time NBA play, and in the end, victory for Chicago.
You're right, Steve. It was a standout performance across the board. They were just, at times, hard to seem toying with.
Yeah, like watching a cat play with a mouse, Kevin, quite honestly. They were able to do more or less, whatever they wanted to do.
And beyond the actual result of this game, fans are going to look back and see this was just a monstrous performance for Freak. He affected the game so much with the way he was able to come out and get steals and extra possessions for his team.
Hit some rim on the way in, and the bucket's good.
Well, they're going to walk out of here with a win and send this crowd home happy.
Yeah, you know, it was a real solid performance for them in a lot of areas. I mean, they should be proud of their work tonight.
Left side, Bryant. From deep. Shot is no good. Nice D from Freak. And it goes out of bounds. That one is on Smith. Guys, we've seen a lot of turnovers in this one.
Yeah, it's been really sloppy out there.
Yeah, focus, focus, focus. Just make the simple play.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Back to Bryant. Pass to Portis. Takes the 13-footer. Knocks it loose. And stolen by Freak. The tray. Good.
Terrific run to seal the deal.
Yeah, and now let's just keep an eye on how much longer they keep the foot on the accelerator.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Many thanks, Kevin. So now we move on to our
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello out there, and welcome everybody to 2K Sports. The location has changed for Game 3 of these conference finals, but the teams are the same, which would make sense in a series, including our team. We're the same. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kenny the Jet Smith.
It's over. But they're not out of it yet, Ernie. Yes, they're